Jamie. I'm the Arts and Crafts Specialist from Cool Kids Full Day, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make our handprint and footprint superheroes for Superhero Week. Let me show you what we need to make this project happen. So let me tell you about the materials that we're going to need to make our handprint and footprint superheroes. So, of course, you're going to need your piece of paper. That's what all of this artwork is going to go on. You're going to need 2 colors of paint. One for your body of your superhero and one for the cape of your superhero. I picked pink and blue. You can pick any colors you want. You're going to need a few paper plates to put the paint on them to make sure that you're not making any mess while you're using it. You're going to need 2 paintbrushes. I picked a regular paintbrush and a foam brush. You can pick whatever brushes you have at home. Some crayons for fine details. And we are going to need a towel. This is going to be a helpful tool when we're painting the bottom of our foot. It's going to help with some cleanup. So now we're going to start our first step in making our handprint and footprint superheroes, and make sure to grab your paint that you're going to use for the body of your superhero and your piece of paper. Okay, so to start, I suggest doing this either outside or near a bathtub or near a bucket of water, so it's easy to rinse off the paint after you're done painting the bottom of your foot. So take your paintbrush and your little bit of paint, and remember to coat the bottom of your foot nice and heavily, because we want to make sure that paint really sticks on the paper, nice and thick. It may tickle a little bit, that's okay. If someone at home could help, if you are a little confused or if you need some help getting all the pieces of your foot, somebody at home can help. That can be a great first step. You want to go on the second coat, that's fine too. The better the paint, the better it will stick on the paper. Okay, so my foot is completely covered in paint. It is now time to press it onto the paper to make the body of our superhero. So I suggest holding it down with either a toe, or if you have someone that's helping you, they can hold down the paper as well. And in the corner, I'm gonna press. I suggest standing up. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit back down. And with your hands, or if someone's holding the paper, lift. And that's going to start your body. After you do your foot, it's important to use soap and water to get the paint off the bottom of your foot. It'll come right off. After rinsing off the paint from your foot, make sure you grab that towel and dry your foot completely. So we just finished the body of our superhero, and it should look a little bit like this. So I'm going to go in and add a little bit more detail to the body of my superhero to make it look a little bit more even. This is totally optional, which means you do not have to, but I'll show you how I would do it. So I'm going to make a little line that connects from here to here. With your paintbrush, we're going to go in. Connected that line, and now we're going to fill it in with paint with our paintbrush. And that's going to finish the body of our superhero. So the next step in our body is to make the superhero's arms that are going to stick out in front of him or her. So where I'm going to take a little bit of paint on my fingertip and just make a little line sticking out like that. And that's going to make their arms. So the next step is going to be to paint our hand with our cape color. I chose pink, but you can choose whatever color you want. This is going to go on our hand, which is going to make the cape on the back of the superhero. So you can do this right on your hand, you could do it on a plate, whatever works best for you. I'm going to put it right on my hand. This doesn't cause as much paint and mess as it does when it's on your foot. And I'm going to take my foam brush, and I'm just going to spread it around my hand to make the full cape effect when we put it on our paper. And it should look something like that. If you want to, you can add a second coat. So I'm going to add a little more paint to my hand and spread it around again. Like we did with the foot, the second coat can make it look a little bit more thicker, a little more bold. And if you need to go in with more detail at the end, that's okay too. So it should look like that. It's covered in paint. So it's time to put on. So it's time to make our cape. Our hand is covered in paint in the color that you want to be your cape. So we are going to match our pinky toe to our thumb. So they are going to be friends here, and you're going to leave your thumb on the side of the foot. I added 2 pieces of paper because I have a big hand, but if you have smaller hands, normally it fits on 1 piece of paper. Leave that for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the paper for balance and lift your hand. And it should look something like that. So the next step is going to be to draw the head and the hands of our superhero. So we're going to go right to this line that we drew earlier, and we're going to draw their hands. You can draw fingers or you can draw a fist. I'm going to draw a fist because it looks a little more superhero-like. Then we're going to go to the head, outline that head. You can do it a couple times if you want to make it dark. And color it in. And it should look something like that. So the next step is going to be to add details to our superhero. You can make it look like you can make it look like another superhero that you've seen in a movie. I'm going to try and make this look like me, so I'm going to give it blue eyes and blonde hair. You may not be able to see the yellow. I'll draw a ponytail. You can make it have short hair, long hair, ponytail. And it should look something like this. And don't forget to add your smile. So we're almost at the end. It is time to add our final details to our picture to make it look extra superhero-like. So I'm going to write a little message in the corner. You can write anything you want. I'm going to write, I am a superhero. You can add anything you want. If you want to give this to somebody who you think is your superhero, you can do that as well. You can put, you are my superhero, whatever you think is best. And I'm going to add a few stars around to make it look like my hero is flying in the dark. You can cut it here. And our final superhero should look something like this. I hope you guys had a great time designing your own superhero, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your summer. Miss you.